My name is Daniel Duo, and I'd like to talk to you about fear. Crippling fear. The kind that just makes you stop in your track. The kind that makes you not do stuff. That fear that gets you, that just makes you can move forward, you can move backward, you just stuck. It's interesting because we all have different things that make us fear.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I love music and I can't play myself. That's why I used to put up events. That's why I worked with producers. That's why I produced music and art and movies and film and all these things. For years and years, I did a lot of events with artists, musicians, painters, whatever it is. All these people working with, probably doing 90 events in a year. The easiest part was to get the venue, to get the people, to get promotion. It's not easy. It's really hard work, but that wasn't as hard as the fear of you put everything together. You've done the sound check with the artist, you've done media promotion, you've gone to the stations, you've done the newspapers, and you've done lunch together, and you got a really great vibe. That was really the exciting part. The fear came in a few hours before the event. Let's say it's a show with one of the biggest artists in the world, or a collection of local artists, whatever it is, and you've done what you need to do. And then you're sitting there. They've done sound check, they've gone home to change, or they've gone back to the hotel, or they've gone to refresh for a few hours. And then there's that gap of you're standing in the venue by yourself, alone. This massive coliseum, this massive temple, this massive building, beautifully done, everything put together. And it's a few hours or minutes to get the gate open so that people can come in. That's when crazy fear just came in, crippling fear came in. We're like, is this going to work? Are they going to come? What if they don't come? Is this gonna be the best show ever? Because now you start feeling like a cheat, because you're like, okay, what am I even selling, Yeah, is this real? That is the part of the fear that really, really gets you. You're standing there and you're feeling all this sort of emptiness and loss and an affection for self. Like you want to redeem yourself, but you don't know how. It can be very, very, very crippling. And for those few hours, those few minutes before they open the gate, when it's empty, and even when they open the gates and a couple people just get in, the early birds just got in, but you still have this big, big, big space, and there's emptiness. It's still scary. And then as people trickle in slowly, the fear starts to go away, and you start focusing. Do they need something? So you go talk to them and try to get to know them, the human side of this. So you're sitting there and you're talking to these people, and you find they love music as much as you do, or they have no idea what the thing is, and you're passionately explaining to them, and when the show starts, you will get it, or you will enjoy yourself, or just have fun, whatever it is. But I thank you for coming. Like I'm really proud, and this smirk, beautiful smirk and beauty comes into your face, and you're like, we're going somewhere now. You start working again. You forget the fear and you focus on the task. And from that point on to 3 days later, literally 3 days later, you're on work mode. You're checking people, if they're happy, if they're comfortable. You're getting their artist. You're dealing with some crisis, and they're always crisis all the time, every time, all the time. Somebody wants something, somebody needs something. A promoter goes like, no. The restaurant says no. Somebody. There's always an issue, and you're dealing with these issues. And then you're standing across from everybody. The band's on the other side of it, and you've just put them on stage for the first time. They got in, they have their earplugs on, and they have their guitars and their drums and their pianos and their voices ready, and they play the first tune, and you just see the room rapture, and it's totally worth it. It makes sense. You're like, wow, this this is it. And I came up with this thing of, yes, I need to work, but I'm gonna enjoy every bit of it from every place I need to be, and I'm just going around the place constantly. Like when the artist is getting out of stage like this, I'm holding their hands coming down the stairs, and I'm go across the room to hear how is the sound there, and I'm talking to the engineer, can you do this? Talking to the lighting guy, can you fix this? It's too loud, it's too distorted, it's too low, get it high, whatever it is. And that was kind of fun. That part was fun because you're in the element, and you're kind of like on autopilot in a way. It's an outer body experience, you know. If you're religious, you know how that feels. Like you're doing things, but it's not by your power, your will. Just like you know your stuff. You gotta know your stuff, but apart from that, you just like flowing, and you get one of things perfect, and you're listening to this, and you're giving the artist aura, and you're looking at the people, and you're psyching up the artist. You're getting to the crowd, and you're psyching up the crowd, putting all that together, and probably after an hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours, or the whole night, whatever it is, the artists are back and they're on the blue room, and you give them food, or some bands who want to play, some wants to leave, whatever it is, you make that happen, and you see the venue, and you deal with the venue people, you deal with the DJ and the sound people, the organizers, and whoever else is there, and you are the last one to leave 9 o'clock in the morning. You are standing there, and there's all this trash, and everybody's gone home. And you get this warm feeling in your inside that stuff worked out in the end. You're standing there and you go like, oh, we gotta pull down. So you get the pulling down people, and you haven't slept. All this stuff you're doing. And at that point you think, why was I fearing? It turned out okay. But for the next 2 days, 3 days, you gotta do the artists, you gotta do the accounts, you gotta look at the bigger picture. The production, the footage, the sound, the remix of the sound, all these things. Do you have the sound? Do you have the artists? Are they happy? Are they staying in the place? Are they leaving the country? Are they going back home? If they're local artists, they get home. Did everybody get home okay? All these things. And then once it's done, the night about midday, go home for the first time in 48 hours, take a long shower, and just eat something and fall in your bed and sleep about 6 hours. And then at 6 in the night, you just call. It's 6 in the evening. You call everybody and go like, is everybody okay? Whatever it is. And tomorrow you do it again, and the next day, and then now you have about 3 or 4 days before you start it over again. So fear. We shouldn't give it power. That's all I'm saying. I know it's anticlimax, but the deal is just don't give it credence. Don't give it power, because at the end of the day, if you succeed, you succeed. If you fail, you succeed still, because you did it well. If you give it your all and do something worth it, then you've done something worth it. What else can you do? You know, what else can you do? You do your very best. And if your very best is not good enough, there ain't no good enough out there. Do not fear. Be bold. Go out there. Go get it. It's yours to take. And when fear knocks up or knocks in or try to get in, punch it in the face and be exceptional. My name is Daniel Dua. Thank you for listening.